I wasn't going to record anything else the rest of the day. I was actually going to start writing for my article for tomorrow. But then I saw something on Twitter that, well, I wanted to ultimately discuss, because what in the hell is going on over at SDS lately? Let me show you what's going on, and I'll share my thoughts on it and why I think this is becoming more and more like Madden and stupid. Okay, so stuff has been going on between Friday and now, and we're going to start straight from the beginning and kind of work our way to what's going on now. All right, sound good? Sweet. All right, let's do it. So ultimately, I want to kind of start where I think this ultimately, the situation we're in ultimately began. And that's with this rewind pack right here. And you see that in the corner there? That says no sell. Okay, we understand what's going on here. So all these cards here that are from prior events, if you get this pack, you can't sell. Now, ultimately, why are they doing this? Well, the simplest reason is because of something I've complained about prior, is a little thing I like to call artificial scarcity. Now, it ends up happening in a lot of these games is artificial scarcity. Here you can kind of see that as of now, cards are going to be different because this is a set one card. Its value is inherently going to dip. Okay, most of these are set one cards. I don't think there's any set two cards out yet. These are all still set one cards if you're still working on set one. Okay, so ultimately what's going to happen is these cards are inherently lose value as they go. But again, these are no sell, so these are only purpose now or getting locked in. This is kind of where this weird trend started. As you can see, these are now set two cards that will be in rewind packs probably on Friday. They're still hovering around the 20K mark. I think this machine is a little bit higher at 31. Okay, that was sort of the first one. So the next time you go around, whatever the next event is, these cards will be no sell. Okay, hey, that's cool. Fine, we have no issues there. And then, weirdly, this one dropped. If we go to ranked seasons and take a look at this, I haven't played a lot, but let's look at the ranked program. What's going on here? Oh, let's see. Pennant chase rewards for the program, no sell. Okay, free 90 that you probably weren't going to sell anyway. These cards are generally cheap on the market. They're hovering around 9K. Okay, no big deal. Wild card, same thing. Okay, no sells. They're 94s. All right. Again, not really big deal. They're going to hover around where they are, about 10K. As always, all these rewards kind of do. Championship series, no sell. Again, no big deal. 97, they'll be a little bit more expensive, but the price will go down as people hit it as they go through an alter ego pack one, blah, blah, blah. World Series, no sell. And they're pretty expensive. Again, this is brand new. The set one cards are still around 40K. This is no sell. Okay, fair enough, I suppose. Let people earn it, get to 900. Okay, because again, this program is kind of a collective thing. Okay, you know, understood here. I guess because realistically here, again, this is just one program. It collects all of it. So you know what? Okay, SDS, I get what you're going. But then this happened. Let's jump into BR and sort of look there as we look at the program here. Okay, you can sell these cards. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, some nice silvers, some core cards that you can use later on that'll help you get that seeker. Okay, the diamond, the new core diamonds that they can sell. Okay, you know, these are not bad cards. They'll fit in. They're great collection pieces. Oh, what's this? This is a no sell. I'm sorry. What? What now? This is where things get really interesting, that they're now doing essentially this, and it's odd. Now, this is only in the program. You can still go 12-0 and have it be sellable. I, for one, think this is becoming kind of an issue. Okay, not a giant issue, but at least one enough to where this is the most way people are going to get this card. There's plenty of people who aren't going to go 12-0 most of the time. So the only chance they have to get this is getting it through the program. Same thing really with ranked. Why are we taking away the options to sell these cards? Does it really matter? like, they're gonna be useless come what, August, September, when set 4 comes out. What are we doing here? Like, really, truly, I want to know, what are we trying to do here? This is quite the interesting quandary that we have sort of going on here. Reason being is it's seemingly taking away the no money spent grind. And I'm going to show some tweets here in a second here. But I wanted to show you the grand scheme of things sort of really quickly here, show you sort of what's going on Twitter, and two very different opinions from two very different people who play the game slightly partially different. And I want to touch on where they both making decent enough claims here. So right here, these are two different tweets that I want to highlight that I think sort of show the problem. But let's just start with the first one. Daddy Dimmu TV here, who I follow quite a bit, is a no money spent player, and this is sort of his sort of rant on the situation. Here we go. I understand the event rewind being non-sellable. I understood the World Series pack being non-sellable. The VR pack should not be non-sellable. MLB The Show has really cracked down on the no money spent people for sure. Saying the Flawless Award doesn't have much value is dumb as shit. Then cards going for 125k, which is sizable. Having them be somewhat accessible to the player base is good for the game. Y'all want more reward? Why don't they include a 50,000 K-Stuff voucher? 50 club save voucher for the Flawless pack is beyond me. There's your reward. Taking away is not the answer. Giving more to the top players is the answer. There was a way to do this, and this wasn't the right way. I agree with this. And there's more conversations going on down here below. It was a slap in the face to everyone. Take one, resell one. That's probably the best way to do it. This is the one I really want to talk about. So this was from Scan. He's like a higher level player. I played him before. Lots of weird space going on over the new no sell packs in the VR ranked VR. I don't want to spend all the time on their positive days, but here are my general thoughts. Feel free to read or not. That's okay. He goes on to say, that's okay. But SCS also wants to add more incentive to those modes. Many players do not want to try to improve since programs exist. 4,000 players made World Series, but plenty of them aren't that far from it. Proving the incentive to achieve these goals is also something SDS has to work for. On the other hand, there are plenty of casual players who would just take the choice pack and keep the player since the 99 is worth the start. Honestly, this is mainly a battle of the vocal minority in both, in my opinion, players who want stubs to spend for collections or buying other expensive 99s, and players who can achieve these goals wanting more incentive. That's okay. We can all think this way. These are different play styles, and not every mode / change is going to fit the needs of every player. But we also been heavily debating a subject that could see very quick change with the season format if all hell breaks loose soon, and we don't even cover every single factor to these decisions. SDS has the numbers and has to weigh both pros and cons. We don't have all this information to make the decision for them, which is, I would say, true. And then at the end of the day, we have a lot of debate going on for something that hasn't played out yet. I'm going to fully wait to analyze this until the ranked season ends, or we better fit for season 2. Who knows how this will go? I understand both sides, but I want to wait before getting passionate about this. To be fair, those are both fair acquisitions as to what's going on. The fact of the matter is, now, one of the things I've always sort of complained about with games like this is artificial scarcity, and how you essentially artificially block growth from happening. And one of the things that was going on prior, this was mainly in 21, was there were a good number of players, not saying everyone, who would quit out of a lot of ranked season games, stay around 500, and then just grind out the 30 wins. All you needed was one win a month. And there's plenty of stuff going on Twitter where it's sort of the same thing of like, well, I'm not going to play this year. This season, I'm not going to do much anything. Why? Because ultimately it's not worth it, because the program's now extended in length. I don't know what the numbers were. The numbers really could have been, well, too many players made World Series last year, and the cards that we want to be a little more expensive have inherently dropped in value, and we didn't really want that. Okay, that's totally fair. But if we want to play that game, you might as well be upfront about it and not trying to hide it, so that when things drop and people are going to start these things and sort of focusing on stubs and all that stuff to where they can see where they want to do it, like taking a 150k card they can get in BR and throw it into a live series collection because they really want Jeter, really want to try Sosa or McGuire and all this stuff, and having that taken away isn't quite fair to those types of players. Now, to the players who are really, really good and will have 3 times flawless, 4 times flawless, etc., probably doesn't matter too much to them, because that's how they make their subs anyway. If you're that top tier of a player, it doesn't matter. That's how you make your subs if you're really good, honestly, is you're going to be playing BR and just flipping those cards constantly, because it is unfortunately a very, very expensive token. There are better ways to go about that. Making cards and programs that are easier for people to get, no sell, is not the answer. It's ultimately their card, and they should have the ability to sell it. If you want to make it strictly for collections, that's fine, but let the player have that choice. Don't let the game itself develop that for you, because ultimately at the end of the day, all you're going to do is create bigger division and stuff like you're seeing right now with a casual player base who can't play it for 8 hours a day or have the time to do it, is really going to be stuck between a rock and a hard place. And it's unfortunate that right now we're in this position where ultimately, will it change in 30 days or however long the program is? I think the program's got another like 50 some odd days. Probably. Will SDS have to answer for it? Probably. Will I don't know. They've sort of had a weird thing with PR lately, and they're probably not going to say much about it until we get something else probably closer to season 3. I hope they're a little bit more transparent with this stuff. Certain things, sure, whatever, it's totally fine. But again, when it comes back to artificial scarcity and submitting players and making it difficult for one set of players versus other set of players, it really does seem that is a little bit unfair, which is unfortunate, especially when people really do want to play this game and just play it their way. It's unfortunate. So hopefully that gets cleared up and something gets changed, because right now I would say the game's in a pretty bad spot, and we're only a handful of days into this new season, and there's a lot of animosity going on, which is very, very unfortunate. See, that's all I gotta say about that. See you guys in the next one.